My bad, y'all. I don't know what just happened. But yeah, like I was saying, like if it adds up because she keeps falling in love, I don't think that's you being a hoe. Like if you keep getting in relationships, you keep taking people serious, that doesn't make you a hoe because you're having sex with people you actually love and care about. It's when you just throwing your body around like you just, know what I mean? Me, it's like, all right, if you're getting trains right on you, that's crazy. That's the only time I judge people. That's the only time. Trains is crazy to me. Like to take it back to back, like, hey, all right, next, like that's crazy. But other than that, I ain't judging nobody.
Honestly.
Another point is that if a girl sleeps with you on the first date, that doesn't make her a hoe, guys. No. I know you guys probably thought I would mention that, but it doesn't at all. We might get into that later, but for now, let's get into the first point. All right, guys, sign number one is that she does everything for male attention, and she's addicted to male validation. So how can you tell? So this means anything she's posting on social media. Does she post revealing pictures almost every single post, and she's not making money from it? Bro, she's probably more than likely a thought, right? Number two.
Okay, so this goes into a lot of things, and I think this is subjective on some levels. Like for me, for instance, I work out a lot. Like I just came back from working out. I ain't changing my clothes. If you think this top is just too much for you, then God bless. Bye.
It ain't too much,
At my age, I really don't care what anybody thinks. I know who I am. I don't care. But or if I post a gym kind of like thing or me dressed up, I'll never post like booty pics or cleavage or tongue out or trying to pull someone in. But I have had very few, like 1% of guys talking about, see, she's for the streets or she's thirst trap. And I'm like, no, I'm a grown woman just posting from the gym, and I'm proud of the work that I've done on my body to like this morning, this workout nearly killed me, and I'm proud of that. But I do understand what he's talking about, because I've said this so many times. A lot of times if you go to so many women's profiles, it is all about sexual attention. It is just a bombardment of booty shots, like clothes, like just revealing sexy looks, trying to do the thing, all these other things. And you can tell it's just about getting sexual attention. Right. And while that may feel good or validate a woman, make her feel like she looks really great, to a lot of men, when they see that, they automatically will put you into a category of being a thought. Even if you're beautiful and they're giving you attention, men think you look like a thought, period.
What does she wear when she goes out? Does she always wear revealing outfits? And she says she does it for herself? No, she's doing it for male attention. Trust me. Been there with girls who have done this. And almost always, like I said, it leads to them being more promiscuous than usual. Now, keep in mind, these points doesn't mean that the girl is a thought. Just they're more likely to be a thought more than any other reason, right?
Like I said, so now I respect his opinion. Because them other dudes be acting like, nah, if I say, if she fits any of these categories, she's a thought. The fact that he just acknowledged, like, it don't mean that she is. This means it's a possibility. So everything that he's saying don't mean that you are, or doesn't mean that she is. Just means it's a possibility. You know what I mean? That's a very important statement, because some dudes will run with this and be like, nope, she fits the category. I seen the pics. She's a dot box.
A girl who doesn't dress like that or doesn't crave male attention on social media, probably not going to be as promiscuous as a girl who does.
Okay, so that was point number 2. It's kind of, I'm trying to catch up because he has some fast editing here. But I will say, a lot of women, and it's funny to me, a lot of women will say, well, I'm going out to do me, to look good for me. But the reality is, it's just not true. I think anybody, when you dress up, when you go out, you are dressing to look nice. And it's not, I think people always say do things for yourself, but that's a little bit virtue signaling. Maybe some rare person just really does it just for themselves. I think if we're all honest, I think men dress so that they can get female attention. But when a woman it's one thing to dress to get attention, so that people admire you or say you look nice or your outfit looks really good. But if you are just complete cleavage, your booty out, like you're really like, the whole stroll type of outfits that you're wearing, to a woman, it says, oh girl, I look sexy and I'm getting attention. But the reality is men are looking at you as a sexual object. They're seeing you as somebody that they could probably knock down much easier than a woman who was a little bit more modestly dressed. And so we may not like it. This is the thing. Anybody who's offended and I should be able to wear anything and nobody see that. I'm sorry, you can't control people's minds. And I get this attitude today is that we need to control how a man thinks. You cannot control how they think. They are wired this way and it is what it is. Either you can accept it and live in reality, or you can try to force them to think a certain way. Which you don't. You just have them go silent. They won't share what they think anymore.
Facts.
And then you'll wonder why you're not getting the results, or why guys just want to knock it down and not actually go into some type of relationship with you.
Facts.
This is the reason why.
Hey man, shorty dropping gems. She dropping gems. Somebody's getting offended right now at this video. Just know that what she's saying, she's speaking facts.
You might think your girl's a good girl out of the group, bro. No. Birds of a feather flock together. And I learned that the hard way, right? I was like, oh, this girl's a good girl, but she's hanging out with strippers. She's hanging out with OnlyFans models. She's hanging out with girls who they're promiscuous. Eventually, even if she's not at first, she's gonna get led into their ways, right? We've all heard it before. You hang around broke people, you're gonna be broke. You hang around like-minded rich people, you're gonna level up. And that goes the same for women too, and their promiscuous friends. Point number 3.
Okay, so now we're going to point number 3. But I agree. And actually the point he brought up about birds of feather flock together, and when he talked about hanging around broke people, you become, you will stay broke. You get around your friends, the people that you are around, they influence you. And if everyone around you is living a thought life or in some type of industry, if all your friends are doing OnlyFans or strippers or they're living a certain way, at some point you're going to be influenced by it. And I don't care who that person is. You can think you're strong enough, but that's just not how human psychology or sociology works. You will be influenced, and you're not going to be the good girl of the group where you're always holding someone back. Because think about it, like why first of all, why are you hanging out with women who are living that way? That's
okay. So this is where I'm gonna have to disagree a little bit. The reason why I disagree is because I feel like for me, I don't change up my friends. You know what I mean? I've had the same friends for a long time. Is that a setback? Yeah. But I just part ways from them and we don't hang out how we used to hang out. You know what I mean? But my friends, these are the same friends I've had since high school, since middle school, and some since elementary school. As an adult, I don't really hang out as far as like bring like new people into my personal life. Like, yeah, I see you at work, maybe events and stuff like that. Cool. But some of my friends have ventured out. Let's just use the example of smoking weed. I don't smoke. You know what I mean? Y'all know I'm in the military or whatever, stuff like that. But I just like, it just never really interested me. Like, I was never really interested in it. So I feel like there's certain things that you just have to separate yourself from what your friends do. You know what I mean? But some friends, you just keep them around because you know them personally, that they have had your back since elementary school. So that's why you may still be friends with them. Now, if you're an adult and you just accumulated all these stripper friends and OnlyFans friends, now that says something different about you. You know what I mean? Like, if I accumulate all of these drug addict friends, that says something about me. You know what I mean? So if that makes sense. Like, but if it's just a childhood friend that's the path they've chosen as an adult, that's different, because people change, but people still remain friends, if that makes sense.
Speaks to your character, honestly, as a woman. You should want to be around women who have the same morals and characters and life goals as you. If you want to be a wife, you need to be hanging around women who are like-minded or who are wives. If you whatever you're doing. And it's the same thing. If you want to level up in terms of your money, your business, man or woman, if you're hanging around people who only want to work a 9 to 5, nothing's wrong with it. You are going to find yourself not being as motivated, not having as much drive, because if you're around people who are also entrepreneurs, you guys can push each other. Right. You guys are always talking about hustling. You can be inspired by that, encouraged by it. And the same thing in thought life. You can be inspired to be a thought. You can be inspired to be a 304. And this is why you have to choose your friends wisely. I mean, it's just a fact.
It's just reality.
If she has Venmo, Cash App, OnlyFans in her bio, Bro, seriously, need I say more? Those girls are probably the biggest thoughts of 2020s and beyond. And if she don't have OnlyFans in her bio yet, that Cash App Venmo, all that is leading up to that point, and that should be an obvious red flag. All right, guys, have you ever been with a girl and whenever you go out somewhere, all the guys just happen to know?
Okay, so he was moving on to number 4, so this is gonna be a little choppy, guys. I'm trying my best. Can I tell you, I did not know about OnlyFans. I didn't know about how people pay into your Cash App. Again, I am like a relic.
She would literally be rich if she made OnlyFans. But then it'll go against everything that I feel like she believes in. I love women like this. I ain't gonna lie. Because the reason why I love women like this is because the opportunity is out there for them to like blow up on something as easy as OnlyFans because they pretty, but they choose not. They choose not to because of their morals, their values, and their ethics. You know what I mean? So they rather get it out the mud. Still make content, but content covering it up. You know what I mean? I respect that. That's just me.
Okay, I'm a relic from like 2005, 2006, I would say. I'm a relic from there because I hadn't been on the dating scene. I'm recently divorced, but up until the time I had dated my ex and then was married for 12 years. So I didn't know anything about this. Now, I've had several people say you need to put your Cash App into your YouTube, the link. You know how you have your Instagram and all that other stuff. I don't advertise or anything, but guys were saying, can you do that because we want to support you? I appreciate what you're saying. I don't want to give you a tip for giving good advice or having reactions. Now, I have that, so maybe, I don't know, does that make me a thought? But it seems as though women who have it in their bio, it is adding to the idea that, listen, why, if she's not really producing content like on YouTube where she's giving commentary or some type of business that people say, you know what, you gave good financial advice, sis, I want to tip you on your Cash App, or it's something to do with her business that is not sexual or based on her looks. That's what he's saying. If she has that in her bio, that means she's expecting men to pay her bills. She's expecting a Cash App to drop. So based off her looks or how she's presenting herself sexually. And I can agree with that like I said, I don't know people's motives and intentions, but I can see how that definitely, is a sign that she wants her bills paid. And a lot of times in THOT culture, 304 culture, I'm learning that getting your bills paid, getting flued out, all these types of things, this is like normal stuff. Business women, entrepreneurs, women in leadership, women with a good head on their shoulders, they're not looking for that unless it's, like I said, they are offering value to you outside of what they look like. Now, if they're like a fitness person, I can see that as well. But again, they still are offering value on working out and getting your body in shape. But if it's just a Cash App and she's just, just standing there, or she's just doing her looks and things like that, I do think that is a sign.
She's giving all the dudes hugs. It could be at the gym. It could be any sort of event or place. Bro, another red flag that she's probably more on the promiscuous side. Even if she's not having sex with them, right? That means that she has a lot of guy friends. She also seeks a lot of male attention, a lot of male validation. She should be saying hey to the girls or whatever, not just a whole bunch of dudes. Keep that in mind. That's not a good sign. Sign number 5.
Okay, so I can see what he's saying there. The only thing I would differentiate is it depends on what it is. So, again, like I said, I come from more of a business side of things. I'm not used to this street life. So if y'all are going somewhere and she's just hugging everybody, and she knows all these dudes one after the other, if it's a business event, a networking thing, generally people don't really be hugging up on each other in those, but maybe sometimes. I think that's probably an exception. Obviously, she's not thotting it up maybe she might be in that thotting streets at the convention, but if it's like a casual setting and she knows literally every dude there, bouncers at a club, she knows the owners of this, she knows this guy here, she knows she's hugging all the guys in the section, she knows everybody. I do think that's a sign that she is in the streets a lot, because why else would she know all these guys? And I do think, like, for me, I'm very guarded. I learned very early, because, you know, I had pretty privilege very young. And so I learned very early, and I had my strong father in my life, where I had rules that I had to follow. So I naturally don't do things like that with men unless I really know them, or it's like a business type of thing, because I know a lot of men they're not trying to just be my friend. They're giving me sexual attention. And if I did not look a certain way or wasn't in shape, would they really want to be my friend? That's
Think
really,
about that.
I mean, you could be naive if you want to, but this is just the facts.
Bro, the thing I like about this woman, she is speaking realistically. The problem that we have nowadays, especially in this generation, is that people have gotten to a place of, well, it should be like this. Okay, racism shouldn't exist, but it does. So you can sit here and act like the world is apples and oranges, but it's really grapes and bananas. Like, know what I mean? So you're just in a different world. She's speaking towards what the reality is. Like, if you just, I'll tell y'all a personal experience. I keep having a lot of gas. My bad, y'all. Hold on a second. My bad. All right, but look, but yeah, I went on a date with a girl or whatever, and first thing she did the minute we walked in was hug. She literally let go of my hand and hugged some dude. She hugged some dude or whatever, and I didn't think too much of it. I think I told this story. She literally let go of my hand and was talking to him. So there's a respectful way to do things. If you know this dude, the respectful thing to do is acknowledge I'm with you. Know what I mean? And hey, John, this is Tariq, this is John. I know John from X, Y, and Z. You know, John, this is my boyfriend, or John, this is you know, my friend, or whatever. However you want to acknowledge me, since it was the first date. But she didn't do none of that. She just ran up to him. Then we sit at the table or whatever. It was a comedy show, and she's sitting there like real touchy with the dude that was the waiter. So it's like, me personally, I don't really like that stuff. Like, why are you so like animated when it comes to men? Like, why are you all over? It's, again, like she said, there's a way to do it, but you gotta be realistic. Why do all of these dudes know you? I'm not attracted to women that's very known. Or very, very known by all the dudes that's like in some type of like busy limelight, like how she said. Like, if you're known by a lot of business owners, if you're known by a lot of credible people, if you're known for credible reasons, cool. Now, I mean, or if you're just known from social media, like me. Now, I mean, if you just got a lot of followers, cool. But if we go to the club and you're like, oh, I know the owner of that club. Oh, I know that rapper. Oh, I know that guy. It's like, I know what kind of girls are around these guys. So are you one of those girls? It's not so much of a, oh, you're insecure, you're scared that they're going to, no, it's just, that says something about you, that you know these people in this category. Because these people hang out with these kind of people. These kind of people hang out with these kind of people. That's just how it is. So are you telling me that you're one of these kind of people? If that makes sense.
On the ground, so.
5 is that her job is based on her looks. So this includes, but not limited to, bartenders, exotic waitresses, cam girls, OnlyFans, strippers, anything of that realm where their job depends on their looks, their body. Chances are that they're more on the promiscuous side, right? You'll be surprised. You think a lot of good-looking girls aren't promiscuous, but it's actually more or less the opposite, right?
I don't agree with that. I mean, again, it's a possibility, but I don't agree with it. I feel like use what God has blessed you with. That doesn't mean be out here showing your private parts. Your private parts were made to be private since we was a kid. But if you have a pretty face and you know that your face is great for marketing, such as like a model, you know, being an influencer, use what God bless you with. I don't think that makes you promiscuous. I can't even say the word. But now if Is a possibility? Possibly. But I wouldn't even say that. Like, there's a lot of pretty, level-headed women, on this earth or whatever, that use their looks, such as models, magazine girls. Like, I mean, you can't sit here and be like, oh, nah, she got to be a hoe. She's using how pretty she is. Nah, she got to be a hoe. Nah. I think you're just using what God made you. God bless you with.
And I feel personally that with great power, some of these girls are just so irresponsible because the power is that they look good. And when you know you look good and you still choose to be on the promiscuous route, that's how you know the girl's probably irresponsible with a lot of other stuff besides just her sexual prowess. All right.
Okay, so I will say with this, I can agree. I mean, if she's a stripper, I mean, if she's OnlyFans, I mean, do we need to even discuss that? But
Hold on. Let me also say this. Because I know some girls that have been hit with really bad situations. I'm not going to sit here and say every girl that does OnlyFans is a hoe. I'm not going to sit here and say that every girl that's a stripper is a hoe. Fellas, I know y'all probably looking at me crazy because I said that. But hear me out. There's other ways, but I feel like first of all women that have an OnlyFans, yeah, there's a stigma around it, but some of them are just repurposing pictures on there. I know girls that literally, they'll tell me like, nah, I literally just repost my same Instagram pictures, put them on there, and dudes that's, you know how they like to call it, simps, they're gonna subscribe. So why not get money off these dudes? You know what I mean? Then I know girls that's like, they really have been down bad. They have like a child or something like that. They can't get a job or whatever, or they need like a substantial amount of money fast. So they choose to do the stripping route. Or I also know girls that pay their college tuition by stripping, but they're disgusted by somebody touching their body. You know what I mean? So I can't sit here and say that all of those girls are hoes. It all depends on your mindset of why you're doing what you're doing. Now, if you on there just being the throat goat on OnlyFans, I'm good. Know what I mean? Me personally, I don't like the whole OnlyFans thing. But if a girl was to come up to me and I was to ask her, like, damn, like, you got an OnlyFans? Like, what you doing on there? And she'll be like, oh, I'm just reposting like these pictures, or I just post little tasteful things, like something that's not too provocative, just to make a living off of it. I'm not really knocking that. Like, you can't just use the stigma around OnlyFans to judge somebody. It's like, what are you doing on there? You know, like, that's my point of view. Everybody's mindset in it is different. And just like in Atlanta, like, we got bottle girls, like, they dress real, you know what I mean? They don't dress crazy like strippers, but they might wear the short shorts. You feel me? They wear the short shorts, but that job makes a lot of money. And I know them girls, they not on the same level as being strippers, or they'll be a stripper, but they still using their body, they still using their prettiness, and they understand that, yeah, I'm a waitress, but in this type of job, like, they can make a lot of money, you know, being pretty. So I can't sit here and say that makes you a hoe, or that makes you anything. Like, I mean, it all depends on your mindset of why you're doing it.
But as far as a bartender, I can see it. It depends on it. If she's a bartender, you know, there's some bartenders that, like Del Frisco's, or like a high-end restaurant where they actually are covered up. They have a shirt on and a blouse. Like, it's not, you know. But if it's, I think he means club bartenders or places like that.
Another thing is, a lot of girls hate their jobs. You know what I mean? A lot of girls literally hate what they do, and they just see it as a means to an end. You know what I mean? They may look at it like, I'm just going to do this for 2 months just to get my business up, because I know I can get some good money out of this, and I can get my business going crazy or whatever, based off the money that I make from here. So, like, I'm talking about like strippers and stuff like that. So again, it's all about your mindset and why you're doing what you're doing. I'm not going to call a girl that's like, yo, I'm a dance. Like, dancing is real popular in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. Dancing is real popular out here. If a girl is like, yo, I'm gonna dance for like 2 months, stack my bread, invest it in my company, never dance again, and let my business flourish, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, nah, you a thot, nah, you a hoe, like, get out of here. Like, nah, her mindset behind it was different. Therefore, that's why I say you can't say everybody. I mean, it all depends on the mindset of why and how they went about it.
And again, we can't say that they definitely are, but the reality is, if your butt cheeks are out, your chest is out completely, a bunch of guys are trying to holler at you all the time, maybe tipping you, giving them your number, it is perceived and most likely that she's thoughting. So I think most guys don't, unless you're just looking for a good time, I don't think most guys take women like that serious in the first place. Maybe some dudes do.
The reality of it is perception is reality. So once you get past the perception of what it may look like, then you'll be okay with what the actual reality is because you know yourself. But most people are gonna judge you, and you just gotta be okay with that. Me personally, I don't think that means you're automatically a hoe. Just like if you have a high body count, but you've been in love 20 times, or you've been in love 30 times. Like I can't sit here and be like, oh, I know exactly what her mindset was when she was doing the things she was doing. Like people's back can be against the wall. Now, there's some jobs that don't accept felons, for an example. If a girl is a felon for something she didn't do, let me paint a picture. For something she didn't do, I know I'm speaking for like those one-offs, but for some shit she didn't do, that she comes out, she can't get a good job. The only thing she can do is dance to feed her son. Like situations like that is like I can't sit here and judge you for that.
But I think most are just thinking about
people will judge
knocking it down. So yeah, I can agree with that.
Right, so if she cheats on you, duh. But also, if she's cheating on her boyfriend with you. I've been in one position, and that's the position I've been in, where she had a boyfriend and she's cheating on her boyfriend with me. One, definitely don't get in a relationship with a girl like that. Two, she's more than likely a thought. More than likely, 100%, 99.9.
Who said 99?
I agree. There's no question. She's for the streets. If she's, if she cheats on you, that's just a no-go. Like, she is for the streets. From the streets she came, to the streets she shall return. Like, don't ever, if a woman cheats, let her go. I'm sorry if I don't care about anything else. I can go into the deeper issues about that, but you must let her go. She does not respect you. She does not value you. Her mind is gone from you. And she wants to have fun, or she has no discipline. You cannot trust her around men she's attracted to, or men who, no, just don't. But that's an interesting point about a woman cheating. I have heard so much about this. How women will, like, when they go to Miami, when they go to, y'all, if y'all see me go to Miami, trust and believe, I ain't got no man, but I ain't thought that I'm literally trying to vacation and relax and have a good time, but I ain't trying.
Shorty is adorable. I ain't even gonna lie. She is adorable. Like the way she just, I am not thoughting it.
So I know, it's like automatically if women go to certain cities, it's like, oh, she's thoughting it. I guess so. But if a woman is going, especially they'll go on, like, I've even heard about like bachelorette parties, girls trip, and a guy will tell me that they have had women, good looking guys, because I know a lot of guys who are in like the fitness kind of world. They will tell me that a woman will cheat on their boyfriend with them, and it has happened multiple times, and women just are thoughting it up. And if you think that she is going to, if you're trying to wife up a woman who's cheating on her man, bruh, come on, she's for the streets. And even if, like, say you're the first person she did it with, can you really trust a woman with such low morals, such low character? Could you ever really trust she wouldn't do the same to you? I think it's ridiculous. So I 100% agree with this.
All right, guys, next one. If she has interior tattoos, especially on her leg or thigh, and or sleeve tattoos everywhere, bro, more than likely she's a hoe. I don't know what it is. Like, even me myself, I got tattoos, right? I'm kind of a hoe too. But for some reason, girls who have this, they just always turn out to be hoes. I don't know what it is, man. It might be something in the ink. It might be the thought process and decision making they have whenever they do it. These girls tend to be a lot more impulsive and don't think about their actions, and also piercings in different areas. I won't say nipple piercings all the time, but weird piercings like in the dermal, like right here, or like, down there pierced, stuff like that. More than likely, 99% chance she's probably a thought, bro.
This is interesting. I don't have any tattoos, but I know, like, my father and the men in my family, my father would just used to disapprove of tattoos completely, 100%.
Listen. Okay, where I'm from, actually, all the places. Well, actually, it's not that popular where I'm from, New York. But in Atlanta, listen, we had a tat man at my high school. You know what I mean? It was very popular. I knew some good girls getting tatted. Like, know what I mean? And girls at one point, they all had like certain areas they used to like getting tatted. Like, it would be like their little hip, know what I mean? Like, you know, like little hidden places. That was like a thing. And I actually always thought it was cute when girls had like hidden tattoos that you can only see when you take your clothes off. That don't make you a hoe. I'm not agreeing with that at all. Like, it's actually sexy to me. And I think most women see it like that. Like, I'm going to get this, so when I take my clothes off, it adds to, know what I mean, the design of my body. You feel me? That you don't expect when I have my clothes on. So, I mean, if you have a sleeve, like, some people just really like art, bro. But this is where I just be like, you got to be careful with your words, because some people will really be like, oh, these are facts. Like, this is what it is. And start judging girls based off of their sleeve. Oh, she got a sleeve? Nah, bro. Break up with her. I'm inky. I was also, you know, a thought box in the past. You know, I ain't gonna lie. But goddamn, that ain't why. Anyways, let's get back to the video.
And just because I was raised very conservative, and I am still conservative in a lot of ways, but I have heard several, I can't confirm this because I don't have experience with women with tattoos and what that means, but I'm going to take his word for it if he's been with a lot of women, because I've actually heard other guys.
If she got the lick me tat, that's crazy. Know what I mean? If she got the insert here, or if she got the this is his tat down here, know what I mean, then yeah, run. Know what I mean, run fast. Like, but like, some women just really like the tats. Like, know what I mean, like, especially in Atlanta, we tatted out here. Know what I mean, guys and girls, the good and the bad. You might see a tatted up lawyer. Know what I mean, everybody in the military tatted, especially if you're in the military. Well, I don't know, people in the military are a little crazy, but but yeah, man, people just like tattoos. I don't know. I can't sit here and say that that's facts. So I'm gonna get that false.
I say the same thing. No, does it mean she's guaranteed to be that?
Nah.
No. But it's interesting, I think, for women to hear that, how guys perceive your tattoos and piercings, where a woman may just feel like liberated and she, you know, she's feeling free and I can do my body and do what I want, and that's okay. But that's fine. But you just like no one can control your body, you can't control someone's thoughts, and you can't control what men think about it. Control your body, you can't control someone's thoughts, and you can't control what men think about it. As much as women may want to and be liberated, the facts on the ground are, sorry, sis, men will pick up on that as you being a thought, and that's surprising. That is,
like I said, some men may feel that way. I'm one of them that don't. You know what I mean? I believe that people really do what they want with their bodies. Like, as far as like getting tattoos, getting piercings, like, I know that my tattoos, my piercings is literally things that I liked, and I like how I look on my body. Now, I know people maybe they may like them too, but it wasn't so much for people. It's just like certain tattoos just made sense after I got my first tattoo, and then I just like the designs of them. So that's just not for everybody, man. But yeah,
it's very surprising. Now, I have girlfriends who have really pretty tattoos. I have one who has a beautiful tattoo on her back, and actually there's another woman on YouTube. Oh gosh. She's a black girl in Korea, and she's actually just got married, and she talks about serving her husband things. She has a huge back tattoo, but it's like Japanese art. But I know she didn't belong to the streets. So, but he's saying the inner tattoos, but I don't know.
A lot of those inner tattoos are to hide them. You know what I mean?
Number 8, she's bisexual. I know I'm raising a lot of eyebrows with this one, probably offended some people. But like I said, I'm just speaking based on my experience. And what I've noticed is that girls who also like girls too tend to be more sexually promiscuous. Like I said, it could be because they have more options. It could be because they've explored more with their sexuality. So they tend to be more open with their sexuality and just having a lot more sex more often. I don't know what it is. And here's one thing I did notice too, is that a lot of girls do tend to like girls in some manner. It could be a little bit, it could be a lot. So almost every girl hits this one, to be honest. But like I said, if she's hitting 5 or more of these, then that's a 90% chance she's a hoe.
Okay.
If she's just hitting like 1 to 2 to 3 on this list.
Okay, so that makes more sense. 5 or 10 off the list, possibly be. Like, but if it's just like onesies and twosies, okay, that makes more sense. I thought he was saying like if she has any of these, dispose, recycle.
Then that's pretty much every single girl.
Thursday morning, put her outside in front of the house.
That's interesting. Like I'm not bi, so I don't know anything, and I don't know any other women who are. I will tell
She's
you
nothing
this,
on this
even
list.
at
This
my
is mad
age,
funny.
at 40, guys, I have
believe
been shocked at the number of women. Like everywhere I go. And this isn't like for clout and all this other stuff. I'm just telling you the God's honest truth. And I think it's just this day and age. And I don't know if they're necessarily I don't think they're trying to hit on me, but I get so many women and young women too, like early 20s. I remember this one girl, she was like 21. She was actually married. She was Colombian, gorgeous. And I remember she was with like her husband. And I was out at some event and she would not let me go. She kept hugging up on me, kept telling me I'm the most beautiful woman she's seen. She just was so like, she's just like, I mean, she was even, she was joking, but she was just kind of like, she's like telling her husband, I'm going to leave you for her. She is like everything to me. Like, you know,
I love the voice is fire.
Telling her husband, I'm going to leave you for her. She is like everything to me. Like, you know, that's like
gorgeous.
a bad accent. Don't get offended. I do bad accents, but I've been surprised now where, and it's flattering. Not all women are like that, but a lot of them was like, you are so pretty. You are so beautiful. I do see a lot more women being fluid and being open with being attracted to or considering another woman pretty. And I don't know if it's because I'm older. It's because of my age. I'm not sure what it is, because this did not, when I was younger, women would say I was pretty or they would like that. But now I be feeling like a high value man to women. I'm serious. Like, I feel like I should do an experiment with a guy and go out and see who gets the most women coming up to them. Or I'm telling you, it kind of shocked me, honestly, but I can see what he means about that. But again, I don't have experience with it, and so I'm gonna take his word for it. He seems to have the numbers behind him of women that validate what he's saying.
All right, sign number 9, she's a homie hopper. So let's say that she's gone with your friends before in the past.
That's
6 months, a
crazy.
year, 2 weeks ago, right?
Inserting this video is crazy. Inserting this video on number 9 is crazy by this man.
That she's gone.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, this
With your friends before in the
insert's
past.
crazy.
6 months, a year, 2 weeks ago, right? And then she gets with you.
Hold on, y'all. Where was that girl going?
You know where? Stop playing dumb.
Girl. Ooh, Lord. Those dudes better be careful, because,
You both know that she got with your
You don't be out here acting that innocent. I understand you was married, but you watch the movies.
friend, and she just doesn't care. Promise you, she's sexually promiscuous. Obviously, right? And here's another sign, is that if you have gotten with one of her friends before and she still doesn't care about that, she does whatever's in the best interest of herself sexually, it's also more than likely a hoe too. I've been in both situations where the girl like hot to my friend and to me, or she knows that I was with her friend a month ago and she just doesn't care. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God.
Lucky man. Have both of y'all then, and they talk about it, and her friends don't care either. Trust me, man. She's actually promiscuous. All right.
Are people doing this? Ew. Like, if I know my friend has touched a man, like been with a man, I don't care how long ago it was. I don't care what the circumstances are. That is a no-go for me. Like, there's too many people in the world. Like, it would have to be, no-go. I just, no, like, ew. But if a woman is doing that and she just doesn't care that she was with this one dude and then she goes with the homie and then she's with one dude and she jumps to the homie, or she's sharing guys, the same guy with a girl. Yeah, that's a person who lacks judgment and is in it for sexual gratification and really impulse control. There's so many things that go into that, but I would say, yeah, like, I guess this is what's going on these days. But I had a family story I was going to tell, but I don't want to start no drama. But I have had on one side of my family back in the day, I have heard of a couple of women in the family all fighting over the same guy. So it's not like this is just new. I think it's just what goes on.
Dexter St. Jacques.
Nowadays it's more open and free and there's no shame about it. So, yeah.
All right, guys, the last one. If you're questioning at all or have a specific person that you're thinking of right now after these past 9 points, chances are she's probably a hoe, bro. Like, if you're thinking about somebody right now, you know who you're thinking about.
He's sick.
To your head after that, or you're just questioning to yourself right now. You chances are she's probably a hoe.
He's in love.
Like, if you're thinking about
He's in love with her.
Now,
nah, let me
who
stop.
you're thinking about. And
Hold on. My son got on the capris.
Like, if you're thinking about somebody right
back
now,
pocket
you
flap.
know who you're thinking about. And they're coming to your head after that, or you're just questioning to yourself, like, man, is she? Or, or you just think she is. You have a gut feeling. Chances are you're probably right. Now, like I said, I love thoughts. I love hoes. I just wouldn't go into a relationship with them, but I'm not trying to get into a relationship anyway. So I literally don't care what they do outside of me. I don't care that they're sexually promiscuous. Me, myself, I might classify as a man-hoe, like I said, so I can't be mad at them either way. But for you guys watching, if you're trying to get booed up, trying to get cuffed up, summer's coming up. I'm not sure why you guys are trying to get cuffed up. But anyways, if you are looking for that, then take these signs. If she has more than 5, don't cuff her. I'm warning you right now.
More than 5 of those signs is crazy.
Okay, so I think we get it. And he's saying, yeah, if she has more than 5, I would actually even say like 2 or 3, if I'm honest.
All right, man. Look, it's your pretty self. You pretty, you fine. All right. You ain't that damn fine. Nah, all right, maybe you are. Maybe you're not. But anyways, look, you ain't finna sit and act like, some of this stuff. Like, I mean, the tattoos. Like, if a girl got the tattoos, and what else did he say? I don't know. Like, if she got the tattoos and she got whole friends, like, both of those, like, she just said maybe 2. Like, if she got tattoos and she got whole friends, like, I'm not gonna sit and be like, oh, she's a hoe. Nah, that's crazy.
It's because, a woman who is really serious about relationships and is serious about being married, and I don't believe this guy is giving advice for guys who want to be married or in a relationship. I think he's giving advice to guys who who want to have fun, who want different women, want a variety of women. They're not looking forward to be held down, like he said. So I would say 2 or 3 guys. I would be stricter than he is, if I'm honest. I because of this list was pretty heavy, and you really, if you are looking for something serious, you really do have to look out for these signs. And these are interesting. I'm glad I don't fit into any of these categories. At least I don't. Like I said, the one categories people get in. Well, very few hurt hoes get upset about is just like, you have a fitness outfit on, you're thirst trapping. Shut up, you sound like an idiot. If you think that's thirst trapping, then you know what, you must have been watching Sesame Street your whole life, because just go on the internet for 2 seconds and you'll see it's not. But I love this video because I think it's important. I think it's important for men and women to know this information. And I can't disagree. Again, I don't have a lot of interactions with thoughts, but my kind of intuition is that he knows what he's talking about. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, give it a like, and also I'll link the original video to his channel below. Also follow me on Instagram. I'm hoping to do more and more there. I'm actually thinking about doing a little bit of a dating show on Instagram, like an Instagram live dating show. I think that would be interesting. Let me know if you guys would want something like that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey guys, it's your girl Melanie.
Not bad. That was pretty good, man. That was a dope excuse me. That was a dope video. I can honestly say, I mean, a lot of gems was dropped. I feel like she wasn't defensive. What I will change about the video is, I mean, well, if those are all her opinions, then cool. You know what I mean? There was some things that I personally just didn't really agree with. Like, I mean, okay, if it's 5 things on that list that a girl has, then okay, question her. But if she got one of those, she got 2 of them, I wouldn't like raise a complete red flag. Maybe, and I don't think that's me being naive. It's just I feel like things like can happen off of circumstances. Is it a possibility? Yeah, it's higher than somebody that doesn't have any of that. But you know, take everything with a grain of salt that you see on the internet. Me personally think that I don't like about the whole alpha male community is that like they kind of try to paint a picture that there's like one type of girl. That there's one type of girl, and this is how all of them are. What I appreciate about what Austin just did is he spoke, and then he backtracked, or not so much backtracked, but he basically defended like, okay, if she has 5 of these, then okay, it's a possibility. But if it's just onesies, twosies, then don't go off the deep end to breaking up with her and saying, oh, I don't want to be with you. All right, so yeah, take everything with a grain of salt, man. But I definitely think that some of these are things that you want to think about. You know, like, are you okay with the OnlyFans, with the, you know, her stripping, you know, her having all these male friends? Like, these are things you definitely want to like be like, all right, what is this? Like, those 3 things, like back to back to back. Yeah, you could definitely start to raise red flags. But again, you know the person better than we do, but definitely take heed to what we just said, me, her, and him. Know what I mean? This is dope. This is like a little podcast episode with the 3 of us in the same room. Know what I mean? Except we couldn't talk back to each other. I got the last word. But anyways, hey man, it's your boy Ty Boogie. Until next time, I'm out of here, man. Peace.